How's it going? Adam Drake here, and I'm going to take you under the hood my Mugen MBX8R Nitro Buggy. Before that though, I'm going to talk a little bit about the body from J Concepts. It is the S15 body that is painted by Dark Side Designs. All of my stickers, wing wraps, all that stuff that kind of add that extra detail and make the bodies look awesome are from Stick It One Racing. So we'll set the body here to the side. Powering the car is the Futaba 10PX US Limited Edition radio. I use the Futaba 404 SBS receiver. You can also use the 324 SBS receiver. As far as the servos go, I have the ProTech 170 TBL for throttle and the ProTech 170 SBL for steering. Powering all of that is the Flashpoint 2500 milliamp battery. I use that battery in the car as well as in the Futaba 10PX radio. As far as the power plant goes, of course, it's the OS Speed B21 Adam Drake 3 Edition engine with the TB02 pipe and 75 millimeter manifold. P3 gold glow plug, 6.5 Venturi, that's kind of my baseline that I normally start with. If I have a little bit too much power, sometimes I'll go to a 6 millimeter Venturi, but usually I always start with the 6.5. The wing is also from J Concepts, and this is the Razor wing. I kind of go back and forth. J Concepts has two wings that work really good. The F2I, which is really good for jumping and also in windy conditions. But the Razor wing is becoming a little bit more popular, especially on the higher speed tracks and all the indoor racing. The Razor wing seems to kind of be the go-to. Also from J Concepts, we have the green reflex on the J Concepts yellow wheels. And I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of a closer look, talk about some of the hop-ups and upgrades that I have on my car from all the different companies that I race for, and just give you a little bit of a closer look. I like to do this every year just to kind of show if anything kind of changes or any updates that I make. From time to time, you guys will pick up on little things in the video and then ask questions in the comments. So I just like kind of giving a closer look and showing an under the hood of all of my Mugen vehicles. All right, so first I'm going to talk a little bit and show some of the items that I use from Flashpoint. So I have the Flashpoint pre-oiled air filter. I like to use the TLR boot. The stock Mugen boot works really good. It's just with the TLR style boot and Flashpoint filter, it gives a little bit more room between the linkage and the filter compared to the stock Mugen filter. I have a number of blue washers from Flashpoint, the Flashpoint aluminum servo horn. I have Flashpoint aluminum cross pins in the diffs, the Flashpoint magnetic wheel nuts. And then as far as upgrades or hop-ups from Mugen, I have the lightweight suspension arms, the lower arms, both front and rear. I have the 20-gram weight in the back, universals front and rear. And as far as like kit setting, I do have 10.5 rear springs. The kit comes with 10.75s, and then I have the stock 9.25 front springs. 2.1 front sway bar, 2.4 rear sway bar. I do have optional carbon hub plates, which I have a video that'll talk about some of the new option plates that we have that are available from Flashpoint. As far as the clutch goes, I have the ProTech 4-shoe aluminum clutch with 2 carbon shoes with 0.95 springs and 2 aluminum shoes with 1.0 springs. I still use a mechanical switch. From time to time, I also use the ProTech electronic switch. I've just had really good luck with the mechanical switch. It depends on the brand though. Some brands of mechanical switches go out quick. Like I said, the ProTech electronic switch is also a really nice option. But on this car, I have the mechanical switch. I have the pipe mount kind of saver from Mugen. This is actually something that we make for our on-road cars, but it just allows, if the set screw happens to come loose, it just secures the pipe so it can't pop off the hanger. From J Concepts, I have their black titanium turnbuckles. Flashpoint also makes titanium turnbuckles that are silver. Both are really good quality, just kind of depends on the styling that you like. Not really a option part, but just something I do as a tuning option because the majority of the tracks we end up running on become bumpy and lower grip. I have my stock Mugen standoff shimmed back 5mm. So I just have a longer 3x30mm screw, and then Mugen makes 3 and 2mm washers. So I use one 2mm and one 3mm washer to extend that standoff and kick the top of the shock towards the back. Just makes the suspension a little bit softer and more plush through the bumps. So it just makes it easier to drive and more controllable on rough conditions. The Mugen one-piece engine mount. And that's pretty much it. I have some titanium screws from ProTech, and other than that, the car's pretty much stock. One thing to touch on, when I run the Razor wing, I usually run the wing in the very bottom position. If I'm running the F2i wing, I move that up one position. We also have a similar wing or option to this Razor wing in Lexan from Flashpoint, and then we also have a new Lexan wing coming from Flashpoint. So there'll be 2 Lexan options from Flashpoint. So just wanted to show you a closer look of my Mugen MBX8R Nitro Buggy.